Alright, welcome back to Shaving with Fuzzy. I'm Fuzzy. Hi y'all. Early on Tuesday morning. So the video I did before this was an unboxing video. That was at about 2:30. It's almost 4 o'clock now. I tried to lay down, give me a little nap because I got to work a day shift today. Yeah, the sleep pattern's all blown to crazy and back. So that did not work. So anyway, we did the unboxing video with the stuff from Matthew today. And I really appreciate it, Matthew, again. And that video's, I think, finished unloading now. So there we go. So we're going to use some of that stuff that he sent. We're going to use the fuzzy face because I just thought that was appropriate. Because like I thought, because I went back and watched your boxing video. And you know, it's interesting. I'll tell you a story about that in a minute. But anyway, so we're going to use the fuzzy face from 345. And fuzzy face for fuzzy. That was the joke. I thought maybe that's what it was going to be. And he had mentioned, I think, that this scent was their take on like Old Spice Fresh or something. And I don't have any of that around. I had everything that he sent. I was kind of thinking to start with that it was more of a modern type scent. But once I listened to him talk about them and I go back and smell again, I'm not sure that's quite right because we have another one over here that I think is really an Old Spicy type scent. So yeah, so maybe I missed the initial scent profiles. But we're going to use the fuzzy face. We've got the aftershave along with it and some aftershave balm. And Matthew, you are correct. I generally don't use aftershave balm. But, you know, we're definitely going to try some of this today. We'll start out with a splash, and before I leave to go to work, since I'm going to be working a day shift, I'll put a little bit of that on, and we'll give it a go. So, again, thank you, my friend. I know I'm not the first recipient of that kind of generosity. And truth be known, I've done the same thing, sent a bunch of stuff to people before. Used to do it a lot when I was more active in the shave forums. I just don't have time for shave forums. And most of them, I wear out my welcome because they don't like to hear what they like to hear everybody saying pretty much the same thing. And as y'all have noticed, Fuzzy don't always say the same thing as everybody else. They hate it when they get to hollering, get a sampler, get a blade sampler, get a blade sampler. And this old guy comes up there and says, why? You won't know if it's a good blade, if it's a bad blade, if it worked good, it looked bad. You don't know how to shave. You don't know. It's like getting a brand new car with a brand new driver. You know, someone that doesn't know anything about it say, hey, you need to go change the tires. Try this tire, try that tire, try the other tire. Why? You're not going to know any difference. It's like, geez, people, come on. But anyway, they don't like that kind of dissent in the general population shave forums, and we're not going to name any names, but there's a couple everybody already knows that Fuzzy's not welcome in anymore. One I am welcome in, thank you very much, is the one that I own. And they can't kick me out of that one as long as I keep paying the bills. But that's Toast3, obviously, TOST3.com. That's the number 3, TOST, the number 3.com. And it's all single edge. Okay, so there's somebody posting over there. It's a new guy, and he's got a little bit too much of unmentionables in his post. I did not have time to fix that the other day. If somebody hasn't already fixed it, I will be fixing that soon. We don't do unmentionables. If you're going to compare a single edge to a double edged razor and a shave and all, when you talk about that double edged razor, what you're going to hear is unmentionable. And that's how we play it over there, and we're pretty stout on that. Okay, a brush, polar brush actually, and I went and looked this up because I wasn't familiar. So the other day I was mentioning Frank shaving, and I was trying to find a Frank shaving knot. And actually the knot I was talking about was a flat top, and I haven't found that yet. But apparently these brushes are Frank shaving brushes. They're made by Frank Shaving in China. Or were. I don't even know if they still are or not. But anyway, it's a synthetic. Fuzzy does not use synthetics much, and there's a reason for that, and that's because Fuzzy's not very good with synthetics. But this, from what I read, was considered a good quality synthetic brush, and it's supposed to work really well. So we're going to give it a go. We definitely are. You know, you can see we got more than a day's growth there. This was Fuzzy's long weekend, so maybe, just maybe, before I went to work, you know, for my Sunday night 12, maybe I didn't shave before. It can happen sometimes, and then maybe, you know, at 6 o'clock this morning when everybody showed they stood up and I was getting off, I just scooted out before anybody. Maybe that's what happened. I'm not gonna neither confirm nor deny. But anyway, here we go. This is 345. Now, I did not go and look the soap up. But once I get the thought of he was saying it's got that kind of and maybe it was one of the others he was talking about was I don't know. Fuzzy never remembers anything, but anyway, this may not be the one that's the Old Spice fresh scent, but it is a very nice scent, and it is leaning more towards the older barbershoppy than I originally thought. It's not actually what I would classify as an old-time barbershoppy scent, like, Clubman or, Special Reserve or something like that. Although Special Reserve's kind of in a class of its own. But anyway, it is a very, 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 very nice scent. So remember, we don't soak synthetic brushes for a reason. And the reason is that it would do no good at all because they're not going to absorb. It would be kind of show a lack of mental stability to soak. Now I realize that, you can warm the brush up that way, and well, maybe so, but still, I think that would show a certain amount of instability if you were to be soaking synthetic brushes. But so for a razor today, while I'm thinking about it, we're just going to use my favorite 1912 out of a G3. When I use new shave products, use something that you're familiar with if you're using new stuff. That way you know what the problem is. That's what get me with people saying you need to try this, you need to try that, you need to try that. Didn't you go do this? Didn't you go do that? It's like, wait, folks. No. If you want to learn how to shave and you want to learn the techniques, get you a razor, get you a blade, get you some soap, get you a brush, and use it till you learn how to. 30 days is what I think I usually say. Go and use something for 30 days, and then you can adjust and see. If you're going and you're constantly changing your razor, you're constantly changing your blade, you're constantly changing your soap, and you're having problems, you may think it's because of the soap, the blade, or the razor, when it's probably the loose nut behind the wheel. That is probably where it's coming from. It's called technique. If you don't have it, it's not going to go very good. This is one of those things to where you can halfway it, but when you do, it shows. All right, let's see how we're doing on getting the brush loaded here. Fantastic scent, I still say. Oh yeah, look at that. We're going to get a lather out of it. Right now it's a little thick, but we know how to fix that. Woo! I'm going to enjoy this scent today. I'm actually doing some bank work today. Well, credit union work. And I don't normally do that. Matter of fact, I think I've only done 1 or 2 shifts at a credit union. I used to do armed escorts for like the ATM technicians and people. And when they would go to certain neighborhoods and all, they wanted to be sure they had armed security with them. And I used to do that. That's the closest I came to actually doing bank work. But the next 2 days are going to be credit unions. And they're not here in Baton Rouge. They're out a little ways away. So we'll have to drive a little bit. But that's okay. The one Wednesday is actually almost an hour's drive. Looking at the map now, if traffic cooperates, it may not be that much, but it's somewhere I haven't been, and so I don't know yet exactly how that's worked. The one I'm going to today, as you remember here a while back, I was doing the Harbor Freight stuff. And this is for the same client manager, but that was in a little town up here called Zachary, Louisiana. And that's where I'm going back again today. Is not back to the Harbor Freight, obviously, but back to Zachary. So the plan is, when I get there, I'm going to get there early enough to have breakfast at the same Waffle House that I was having breakfast at some mornings when I would get early to the Harbor Freight. We'll see how that works. Now this soap is doing great. I'm sure this is from looking at the ingredients, it's not a tallow-based soap. And Fuzzy is a fan of the tallow-based, more traditional stuff. Everybody knows that. However, I've used vegan soaps and glycerin soaps and everything, and they do just fine. This is a very nice lather. It's nice and slick, doing its job. keeping the cuttings carried away. I got a carbon steel blade in that's not its first use, but I can tell it's not too old. It's still working good. Blades will tell you when they're tired and don't want to work anymore. I call it the the blade whisperer system. Some people used to keep counts, and there's people that have spreadsheets and keep counts of how many times they use the blade. And I got some people that are friends of mine that do that, so I got to be a little bit careful how I expound on that. But yeah, Fuzzy don't do that. I have a definite ISTJ personality. Every personality test I take, that's how it comes back. But I am not that OCD on things. I'm organized on things, especially at work. But I'm not as neat freak at OCD as some people are. I work with people that are like that and everything, and it's like sometimes it makes it hard because they'll go and clean up, and then I go for something looking that I need, that I've kept around because I knew I would need it at some point. And it got caught up in the cleanup, and it's like, well, where'd my stuff go? Well, we threw that away. It was in the way, and it was just this, and it was just that, and it was cluttered, so we did a cleanup. And it's like, well, now I need it. That's why my apartment's so cluttered. I guess I get it honest, but I hate to throw things away because as quick as I throw something away, I know within a week or two, I'm going to need it. It's going to be something to be just perfect for whatever it is I need. All right, let's do a little cross grain. So my place is cluttered with old stuff, family stuff. I've mentioned all that before. But it's, if I need something, a lot of times I can go find it. Or find something that will do. That's generally how it goes. I don't remember now what it was, but here a while back I had a buddy that was doing something, needed something, was talking about something. I said, wait a minute here. I think I can hook you up with what you need. Sure enough, I went and dug around in a few totes and here, there, and yonder, and I was able to hook him up with what he needed. Did. All right. Man, that's a nice shave. Fuzzy face shave soap. Got the fuzzy stamp of approval. Like I said, I don't think it's a tallow base. I glanced at the ingredients, but I didn't memorize them. But still in all, very, very nice shave. Very, very, very nice shave there. Thoroughly enjoy that. The Frank Shaving synthetic there. I actually did better than most synthetics I made. Either I'm getting better at synthetics or it's a better synthetic. I don't know. Okay, honesty time. I can use synthetic brushes okay. But like I said, I am not the best at it, and I don't use them very much. I'm more of a traditional. I like boar and horse the best. And if you're wondering, using a horse brush is basically like using a boar brush. I don't think I've heard people before talk about there's this much difference and that much difference. In all honesty, there ain't really that much difference, But anyway, and then Badger after that. But I do have one of the Maggard's mixed. It's a huge brush. I'm sure y'all have seen it if you watch my videos. The mixed boar. Well, look at that. So I've got one of the awesome shave. I've got one of the mixed Badger and boar Maggards that does really well also. But excuse me, synthetics are definitely not at the top of my list, but I can use them, and this was actually a really good shave. That brush did really good. I'll use it more. Sure will. I got to break out and do a Pearl shave before long. The Shave Maharaja had sent me some stuff from Pearl. Sent me the Pearl Flexi and then some soap from India, an artesian soap. See, I keep saying artesian. It's artisan. I know that. I get it. But expect to hear artesian every time because I get it mixed up with artesian wells. Phoenix, artisan equipment, but I still say it artesian like the artesian well. But anyway, how it goes. We'll get our normal little cleanup pass here because that's what we do. Don't know that it's always needed, and definitely don't know that it was needed this time. But that's what we do. And with the witch hazel there, it just cleans everything up. I use witch hazels for my cleanup passes because I can feel what's going on, and if I got a little bit of irritation there, it'll help clear that up with the witch hazel. But actually, we don't have any of that to worry about today. Look at it. Look at it. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to put the splash on first. And then after my shower and I get cleaned up and everything and get ready to go to work in a few hours, we'll put some of the balm on. But right now we're going to go with the splash here. Whew. Oh, that feels good. Yes, indeed. Let's have a look at the ingredients list on that splash real quick. It's got a good feel to it, great smell to it. Look at that. Well, they're all stinking mo better now. Ooh, all stinking mo better. I'm about to drop the bottle because my hands are still slick. Alcohol and witch hazel, distilled water. So yeah, got rose, hydrosol, jojoba oil, apricot oil, silk proteins, aloe vera. Yeah, looks like all kinds of good stuff in there. It feels pretty good. Now, of course, fuzzy, we don't moisturize this, but I guess every once in a while putting something that's good for the skin on. It's not like it's going to make the skin run away and fall off, or it's going to kill you, or you're going to, turn into a girl or anything. But there you go. That's what we got. So that's the first shave with the new stuff. And that was Fuzzy Face. Fuzzy approves. Yes, Fuzzy approves of the Fuzzy Face this time. So there we go. Look, y'all have a great day. I'm going to do a few things. Probably try again to grab a quick nap now that I've shaved. And I just got to have time to get showered, dressed. And I always take the dogs for a walk before I leave to go to work. So that means I'm walking around in uniform. And oh well. But anyhow. All right. Y'all have a great day. Whoever you are, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, happy shades to you.